You could take a lacrosse ball, place it just below your shoulder blade, lean into the ball, gently roll from side to side, and look for any trigger points. Good. And you could just do this rolling process from side to side for about 10 to 30 seconds. Just really exploring your whole shoulder blade from the very bottom and then all the way out to the side. Good. And you could just keep exploring. During this rolling process that you're just kind of exploring, if you happen to find a trigger point, like right up in there, I'm finding a trigger point, you want to hold that. Once you found it, readjust so you can kind of get comfortable. From here, once you found that trigger point, you could hold that pressure and really use your breath to start to let the muscle become more pliable. And what will happen is the muscle will start to release all those knots and all that tension, and it will just start to expand and become unwound. All those muscles, all those fibers in there will just really loosen up. And then you may start to roll again and explore and look for other lesions or trigger points around that shoulder blade. Good, so I have 1 foot forward, I have 1 foot back, and I'm really kind of leaning my body weight. I'm using my body weight. I'm not applying 100% body weight. I might be applying, say, 20% into that area. Once I found I have a lot of trigger points right over here. So I'm just kind of holding it for 20 seconds or so, and then rolling again, moving those muscles around. So you don't want the ball to be on any bone region, you want it to be on the muscle. And just keep exploring, keep looking for any trigger points. Like here's another trigger point, I'm gonna hold that for 10 seconds or 20 seconds. And then what you could do is you could also move your arm to help release those lesions, add some stretching into it. Good, and then once you feel like you've really explored that whole region, give it a break and look for other spots. And it's the same technique, like for your lower back. You could just, do like this mini squat, pressing the ball into that lower back musculature and exploring the other side. Rolling up and down. And doing the same on the other side. The more you do this, the more familiar you'll get with where your trigger points are. And just really kind of play around with it, move slowly. Remember to roll over muscles. Use your bones as landmarks, like your shoulder blade will be your landmark. And then you could roll around the shoulder blade, around the bottom portion and the sides. Come all the way up to the posterior shoulder over here. Really apply some pressure. And there have been a few studies that show that rolling first is more beneficial and then stretching. So you want to just first roll, and then you could add stretching after you're rolling to get optimal results. And also remember to really take in some fluid, drink some water. Let the muscles stay rehydrated after you do this. And up in here, we have the trapezius muscles. And these muscles here are oftentimes responsible for all your neck tightness. So be sure to include these in your rolling. Using the ball up to your neck and to your trapezius muscles over here. You could also take the ball and place it, it feels like heaven, just below your skull. and going side to side, applying some pressure. Good. Just kind of rolling it out, exploring. And then if you find a trigger point, hold for 5 to 10 to 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. You're in charge here. Really leaning into the muscle. Use your breath work. Could also do the front of your shoulder, pressing in. Good. Looking for any trigger points, rolling it out. Good. Adding that stretch is going to help. Good. Right now I'm getting my chest. So before your stretch series, you could roll out. Take about 3 to 5 minutes, roll yourself out. You'll feel 100% better throughout the day. Take some stretch breaks, some myofascial release breaks.